Well, we were a little more in the game of dodging raindrops throughout the day today, but we get a little break in the rain before there's more later this week. I know I really have been bringing a joyful forecast in terms of what's next. I'm trying my best, you guys. I promise there's a little ray of sunshine at the end of the week. Actually, a pretty big one when it comes down to it. But let's focus on today. We hit 69 degrees. That was the high temperature. Nowhere near the historical average high, which is 83. So pretty big disparity there. The record 95 degrees. We were nowhere in that ballpark. It was a cool day again. It felt a lot more like fall than it did summertime here in southern New England, especially with that kind of dreary, gray, misty, drizzly day that we ended up with today. Again, the rain heaviest in the morning has been tapering off since, and at this point it's really just cloud cover that we're dealing with. Now, throughout the evening we'll see more of those clouds, but that mist and drizzle will also taper off. I'm going to give you 60 degrees on the board for your low temperature tonight. Again, clouds stick around, but that's all she wrote, folks. Not a bad night. Honestly, I think it's kind of nice. That's just my humble opinion. But for those of you like me who miss sweaters and a nice taste of fall, step outside this evening, go for a walk, enjoy it. Now, tomorrow is still going to be below average when it comes down to it. 75 degrees on the board, calm morning. But here we go. What's left of Debbie is going to start finally moving north tomorrow, and we will get the very first taste of this storm by tomorrow late afternoon. Here's the storm itself, Tropical Storm Debbie. This thing has been a nightmare for the Carolina coast because, well, it hasn't gone anywhere. For 24 hours, it's been sitting and spinning and spinning, and we do not like when storms do that. Because what do? They just sit and drop rain on all of these towns over and over again. It's led to a lot of problems around major cities like Savannah and Charleston when it comes to flooding, and well, you can see why, right? I like to do weather by the numbers, and I want to explain just the strength and the amount of moisture in a storm like this. Green Pond, South Carolina has had nearly 17 inches of rain. 17 inches, that's more than a foot. That'd be impressive if we were talking about snow, but we're talking about straight up liquid here. So it's no wonder they've had so many issues with flooding along the coast. Now, I will say Debbie's going to be different once it reaches us. Why is that the case? Well, because it's headed inland. It's going to move up through the mid-Atlantic and eventually make this little boomerang turn back out through northern New England. If there's any good news here, it's that I will say the storm track looks a tad further west. We're rooting for that. We want this thing to go as far west as possible, at least for the sake of our weather here in southern New England, because at that point it's drawing a little less moisture from the Atlantic and the center of the storm stays a little further away. That said, it's not going to be great. Thursday, really in the evening, I should say. Thursday evening, Friday, Saturday, no outdoor plans. It's not going to be pleasant. You can see that right here on satellite and radar. Here comes that rainfall, gets heavier as we move through Friday and into Saturday. And then here's the core of the storm. You see all that yellow and orange? That's where things really get juicy before the storm leaves by Saturday evening. Now, you ready for the good news? Because I finally have some. I have been waiting for this. Look at the dew point forecast. Remember, this is the moisture in the air, and look how these numbers plummet as we get to the end of the weekend and start of the week. We have a nice day on Sunday. It's going to improve dramatically throughout the day, slowly but surely, hour by hour. But then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, dare I say it, it's even nicer. We get some sunshine back and we see that humidity really drop, and you'll enjoy temperatures for those of you who are still clinging to summer in the low 80s. Enjoy it.